Здравствуйте. Сегодня прощенное воскресенье. Очень сильно хочу попросить у всех
Мамочка, я вас не позволяю, помогите мне, пожалуйста. Вы украли эти 10 миллионов, которые с вас просят. Верните эти 10 миллионов, пожалуйста, конечности. Я уже на препаратах. У меня начнется сейчас заражение. Я просто умру на гангрены. Я вас очень сильно прошу.
The videos you're seeing were leaked between 15th and 22nd February, first circulating through Telegram chats and finding their way to every platform on the internet. When the clips first came out, many people believed they were either being faked or made through AI. Most people thought the guy in the video was wearing a lousy black eye makeup and trying to blackmail his parents. That was until shit hit the fan.
Bali police confirmed the kidnapping of a Ukrainian citizen, a video of which went viral on social media.
In the video, the victim begged his parents to return the $10 million.
And Indonesian authorities started taking the case seriously and launched an investigation. An investigation that led to the most gruesome discovery, Igor Komarov's dismembered remains. On the morning of 27 February 2026, residents near the Was River estuary in Karawal village stumbled upon fragments of a human head and other body parts. What linked these remains to Igor was a distinctive tattoo showing Roman numerals. This tattoo was found on the victim's arm, and it's identical to the tattoo Igor had on his arm. Igor was a scammer on the run, and he'd relocated to Bali for this very reason. This whole story is insane, because it's basically the plot of The Beekeeper come to life. What's fascinating about this case is how Igor's cover eventually got blown. The influencer girlfriend, meet Yeva Michalova, an Instagram influencer with almost 200,000 followers that was having a blast in Bali until roughly 3 weeks ago. She was posting her luxurious Bali lifestyle, sunset cocktails overlooking the cliffs, beach mornings in Canggu, hookah by the pool. It was a quintessential Instagram core Bali trip with a brutal ending she couldn't have seen coming. In many of her posts, you'd see a little glimpse of Igor, arm, leg, hat, back. This was a smart thing to do, considering she was dating a mafia boss's son. Yeva's life couldn't have been any more perfect. Then rolled around Valentine's Day, and Yeva made one of the worst mistakes she could have possibly made as a girlfriend of a criminal. She posted Igor's full face on her Instagram, broadcasted to her almost 200,000 followers. This is what seems to have tipped off Igor's location to his abductors.
Oh.
One day after this post, Igor and his friend Yermak Petrovsky were out riding motorcycles in the South Kuta area. The main connection between these guys is that they both ran illegal call centers and belonged to criminal families. Yermak comes from an even more prominent family than Igor. He's a son of Alexander Petrovsky, widely known in criminal circles as Narik. In eastern Ukraine, that nickname carries weight. Narik is a major figure in the city's underworld, someone positioned high within organized crime hierarchies. Back in 2021, their names had been linked to a shooting at the Tenitsa Cafe in Dnipro. According to my source, a local businessman's car was fired upon during the incident. It wasn't described as some minor altercation. It was serious enough to stick to their reputations. After that, Igor and Yermak decided it would be smarter to step away from Ukraine for a while, and that's when Bali became their new base. On the 15th of February, Igor and Yermak were on their motorcycle outing when they were ambushed by a four-wheeled vehicle and two motorcycles. The attack was fast and deliberate. Yermak managed to escape and alert authorities. Igor wasn't that lucky. Once Igor was abducted, he wasn't kept in the area. A four-wheeled vehicle, later identified as a Toyota Avanza, took him on a 1-hour drive to a villa in Tabanan. Inside this villa of horrors, the abductors committed every cruel thing imaginable to torture Igor. When Indonesian police checked the villa and matched the location seen in the hostage video that has gone viral online, that's when things got serious.
We have obtained the statements I mentioned earlier from witnesses. The investigative team then conducted an investigation into the incident and named these 6 suspects.
Inside the villa, forensic teams found blood traces, and not just random stains. Testing confirmed that the blood at the villa matched the blood found inside the rented Toyota Avanza used in the operation. Igor was used for making hostage videos and demanding a $10 million ransom, all of which was initially taken non-seriously by the internet. Without going into too much detail, I'll just say that his lower body was just detached. And one of the videos also has him talking about how his fingers were cut off. Over the course of the next 5 days, you can see Igor's condition deteriorating as he pleads for his parents to send the ransom and free him. His parents never sent that money. Igor isn't the son of an ordinary family scrambling to wire funds they didn't have. He's a son of Sergei Komarov, a criminal authority from Dnipro in eastern Ukraine. This is a family that's been tied to the Ukrainian underworld for decades. The Komarov family has been associated with the organized networks involved in fraud operations, especially large-scale call center scams. And I don't mean your average call center in a basement. These call centers empty thousands of people, tech teams, script writers, crypto handlers. There's entire floors of operators posing as bank employees, financial security officers, and government agents. Like I said before, this is a plot of The Beekeeper come to life.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
Here's how the call center scams work. This network calls mostly senior citizens or non-tech savvy demographics. The caller poses as a bank security officer, speaking in an urgent but professional tone. The victim is informed that there's been suspicious activity, maybe a login from another country, or a password reset from a hacker. They're told that their funds must be secured immediately. Then they're walked step by step through transferring money into a so-called protected account, which in reality is controlled by this network. Operators are trained with scripts tailored to different regions. Some specialize in Russian-speaking accents. Others handle English-speaking victims in the EU or UK. Once funds are moved, crypto handlers convert money into cryptocurrency, layer it through multiple wallets, and route it through exchanges to obscure the trail. These centers are operating almost like corporate offices. They're trained intensively on psychological manipulation techniques, how to build trust quickly, how to exploit fear, and basically to keep someone on the line long enough to complete a transfer. In 2025 alone, these operations siphon hundreds of billions of rubles from Russian citizens, with activities stretching into the EU, UK, US, and Central Asia. This is the ecosystem Igor and his family was allegedly connected to, and it wasn't going to be long before Igor would be found, especially once his location was broadcasted on Instagram. What's tragic about this case is that Igor's parents don't seem to have taken his videos seriously. His abductors must have gotten frustrated and decided to move to the next stage. On February 27, 2026, human body parts were discovered near the Was River estuary. Police have been careful not to officially declare it the same case yet, but they're conducting DNA testing using samples from Igor's parents. The timing, the matching tattoo, and the fact that Igor has not been seen since the kidnapping strongly suggests the worst. The abductors took his life, dismembered his body, and dumped him along Bali's southeastern coast. The parents never sent the 10 million ransom he had begged for in the videos. We don't know if Igor's parents even got to see the videos before they found out about his death.
Oh, the poor scammers got busted.
As of now, the police have identified 6 suspects that abducted Igor. On February 23rd, Indonesian police arrested a 4 national in West Nusa Tenggara.
Man,
He'd used a fake passport.
they should be given medals. What are you talking about? They should be given medals for this.
And rented the Toyota Avanza used in the kidnapping. That arrest led authorities to all the other suspects, and their initials were released to the public. They're all male foreign citizens, including Ukrainians and Russians. Authorities are now coordinating Interpol red notices for suspects who may have left Indonesia, while
Their own people?
2 of them are reportedly still inside the country. There's little hope that the culprits would be brought to justice, and how quiet the media has been about this case. Yiva seems to be doing just fine. She's still pretty active on Instagram, has posted since the news of Igor's abduction, and has gained 20,000 followers just in the last 2 days. There's also a Ukraine-Russia angle to this case. Russian authorities have been accusing Ukraine-based call center networks for years, especially of targeting Russian senior citizens. Billions of rubles allegedly siphoned off, elderly people drained, massive fraud operations operating out of Ukrainian cities. In Russia, this is talked about like economic sabotage, and the geopolitical situation reflects in the way people online have reacted to Igor's death. I've seen a lot of people online actually cheering for Igor's death, simply because he was involved in scams. But honestly, that reaction feels disturbing. Whatever he may have done, the kind
Well, it can be disturbing to you, but it's not disturbing to me, and I don't know about y'all out there. I don't think it's disturbing to y'all, especially if it was your family member that lost every single thing that they worked for and got sick because they were elderly. I don't give a fuck. We ain't even going. Well, I'll let you watch the end.
suffering he went through in his final days is extreme. No one deserves torture. No one deserves...
I beg to differ.
And
Beg to differ.